You're fighting December 19th at Amway Center against Donald Cowboy Cerrone. It's the first time you've defended the belt. Orlando, I know you've got a little history here. You fought here a year and a half ago against Khabib Nurmagomedov, if I can get that right. You lost that fight, and tell me about your memories of that time. I mean, that's your last loss, if I'm right.
Yeah, I'm not I don't think this way, you know. I just think that was my last loss and was on the same stadium, but I made a lot of, I don't want to try to make excuses, but I made a lot of mistakes on that fight, not just on the but on the preparation, you know, that I went through, and a lot of injuries, bad things happened to me that day, but on the preparation for that fight. But I think on December 19, I'm gonna change this history.
What kind of bad things? Can you be more specific about what happened during that preparation?
Yeah, actually, I supposed to fight against Rustam Khabilov, another Russian, which was scheduled for February, and then I was training so hard for that, and like 2 weeks before the fight, the guy got hurt, and then my fight got rescheduled for April 19 against Khabib, and I think I kind of, you know, training like too much, you know. I missed that time, and I also started doing kind of a vegan diet, you know. I wasn't feeling that strong, and so it's a bunch of things like combined, and it affected my performance a little bit.
I do remember that you were really one of the more popular fighters that night, and I know part of it is the big Brazilian contingent that was there, but a lot of it also is just you're a veteran guy who's been around a long time. I mean, are you a person who remembers crowd to crowd, or is the crowd something you just kind of shut out and concentrate on who's in front of you?
Yeah, man, I just like concentrate myself, you know, when I get into a fight. I just try to be listening just to my coaches, and for example, on my last fight, Paris fight, I remember around the cage was a lot of many guys like cheering for him, friends, and a lot of people cursing me, but you know, and for 25 minutes, but I kept my concentration, you know, like just like trying to listen my corners as I always do.
Yeah. Talking about that, I mean, you know, you've got the belt now, and that was sort of a long road coming back from the loss in Orlando, you know, winning, I think, what, 5 in a row? Or four,
yeah,
four
after Khabib, I fought Jason High, and then Ben Henderson, Nate Diaz, Pettis.
Excellent. What does having this title mean to you?
Yeah, I moved to Cali. I live in California full time. I will be like on January next year. It will be 4 years I'm living there, and I have family. I have 2 kids. And like when I moved from Brazil, my goal was to be UFC champion, you know, because I was like winning, losing, because I didn't have good partners to train there. And then once I moved, my goal was, man, I have to be a champion. I changed my whole family's life to be champion. So this belt have a lot of value to me, and so it's like as a, you know, I did it, you know. My family are so proud of me. And I think it's just the beginning of my legacy.
Yeah, you mentioned you have two kids. I mean, what is it like for them? What was it like for you bringing the belt home and them having a champion for a dad? Yeah,
actually I never brought them for any fight, but on the title fight they always ask me to go with me, but I never let them come. But on the title, then I say, one day if I fight for the title, I will bring you guys. And then I did a last fight.
Yeah.
And after the fight, they went to the octagon and they all hold the belt. It was like amazing, man. It was like priceless.
That fight against Pettis, as you mentioned, was in March, and it came out afterwards. You fought with a torn MCL. I mean, what's it like to gut through 5 rounds with an injury like that, especially when nobody outside of your own team knows?
Yeah, it's not because I'm a lightweight champion, but I think it's the most competitive division in UFC, and it's a kind of division. If the challenge get hurt now, you can choose like 5 to 6 guys like to replace him.
Right.
And And man, I know how hard it is to get a title shot, and then I got it. And 3 weeks before the fight, I tore my MCL. And it wasn't easy, you know, but as I always do, I'm a Christian, and as I always do, I always ask for God's direction on my life. And then I ask Him, and then I was about to cancel the fight, and I asked Him, and then He always talked to me on the Bible, and I opened it, He told me to go, and then I went there and took the belt home.
Your faith has obviously played a really big role in your life. How, as you just mentioned, how do you use that as motivation in UFC and in life?
Yeah, man, I think like coming from where I came, you know, and have what I have today, you know, it's without God I couldn't make it. You know, and man, like I said, man, I'm gonna be 31 years old in 2 weeks on October 26th, and but man, I'm pretty sure this is just the beginning. You know, I got the belt, but I know I still have a lot of things to do in this division.
Planning for a long run with that, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to take this away from me.
I know that there's been some trash talk back and forth between you and Cowboy, and some of it's been on social media, and I guess some of it was in person at the big media event a couple of weeks ago. Talk to me about that, and how has that affected you? Is it something that motivates you, or is it something that you just put off to the side?
Yeah, I just put off to the side, you know. I'm just looking forward to go there on December 19th, keep my belt. But this guy is I think it's like it's getting kind of McGregor disease, you know, trying to talk a little bit. And he's making accusation, you know, with no proof. I have 31 fights, I have a clean record. And I think somebody who does not have a clean record cannot talk about somebody else.
Right.
And he does not have a clean record.
Right.
And that's why I told him. And but it's okay. I'm gonna do my job. And on December 19th, I'm gonna show him and I'm gonna show everybody else and why I'm the champion.
Exactly. You guys fought before a couple of years ago. A decision win. What happened in that fight, does that change how you prepare for this one?
No, I'm gonna keep my style. You know, of course I use my strategy, but I'm a fighter, man. I always go there to fight. I don't go there to try to hold nobody, try to eat the time. I'm going with the same mentality, trying to finish sometimes I finish, sometimes not. But I want everybody knows, to the fans know about that. I always going to finish. I don't try to make extra hour in the octagon.
Right.
And I think after that fight, it's been 2 years. We both improved a lot. Cerrone got 8 wins straight on this division, which is not easy. And his last loss was against me. But I think I improved even more. And it will be a great fight. Looking forward to that.
I know when he was here before, getting back to that little trash talk thing, he liked to call you Frankenstein. He mentioned that a couple of times, and I wanted to know how you responded to that. It seems like you guys have had a little bit of back and forth.
I mean, I'm not a model. I'm a fighter, you know, and that's why I'm fighting. And I don't know, maybe because of my square head. It's fine. It's, you know, I don't have nicknames. I think because actually I have a lot of nicknames when I was kid. You know, big head, a lot of things. But I never cared about that. And I think people start calling you something when you care. No, please don't call me that. And then people start picking on you. Right. And I don't care. I can call me whatever he wants.
Yeah. What kind of nicknames did you have as a kid? At least ones that you will admit to.
Yeah, man. So many, man. Big head and pain face. A lot of things. A lot of things.
Oh goodness. So tell me, after you've gone through 3 rounds with him in the past, I mean, where do you want this fight to go? Is this something? Do you have a goal coming in? Do you want to keep it standing? Do you want to go to the ground? I know you've got a sort of a well-rounded game going. Is that something you've thought about yet?
Yeah, man. Of course, he's a Muay Thai fighter, but he's also good on the ground, and I'm happy to be on the level that I am now. You know, it's really good now. Before, like a couple years ago, when I was fighting stand, I wasn't feel that comfortable. But right now, wherever the fight goes, I'm on it. You know, I'm happy to. I like to fight it either standing or on the ground. So my goal is go there, as I always do, hit hard, you know, and pushing the pace. You know, that's what I'm gonna do. And whatever, man. If fight goes in the ground, if he put me down. If I put him down, whatever, man, I'm gonna be in shape to push hard 5 rounds.
What makes you a better fighter than him right now?
Man, I think after my last fight, fighting the way that I was fighting with the injury on my knee, it gave me like with a guy like Anthony Pettis, you know, one of the best in the world, and getting the belt that way, it gave me extra confidence. And my last performance as well. And the way that I training, you know, I always training so hard, you know. I don't have any goals on my mind, you know. When I step on that octagon, I know I did it right, you know. I just go there, like a coach of mine, Jacob Haber, my wrestling coach. He will always say, when we step on the octagon, man, we're going to celebrate. It's your celebration now. That's what I think.
When you walk out to that music, it's got to be quite a rush.
Yeah.
When you start heading out to the octagon.
Yeah, you know, and then when I go there, you know, man, I go with the mission, you know. I know who put me there, you know. I know who gave me everything, and then I go there and just to go there to accomplish my goals.
Getting back to talking about the knee, I mean, what was rehab like for that injury? I mean, you obviously had to take a little bit of time off and get it back to full strength. I mean, what kind of different things were you doing to rehab it?
Yeah, man, it took me like 4 to 5 months, you know, because the doctor said this kind of injury, you not need any surgery, but heal by it on, you know, but you need to take time off, you know. And it's hard for me. I'm a very active guy. I don't take time off. I always train, you know. But I took time off, you know, rehab twice a day, but man, now the knee feel 100%. I'm able to kick, take down, scrambles. Now I'm able to do what I like.
Yeah, you were a busy fighter for a while. Is it hard for you to sort of cool down and then ramp back up for the next fight when you have that long of a break? Yeah,
man, I had 5 fights in 11 months. You know. I think like on the end, after my Nate Diaz fight, I was pretty tired, man. My body was like, I need rest, you know. And then right after, I got a call, Pettis text Dana, I want to fight Dos Anjos. And then it was an extra motivation for me, but I tried to push my body so hard, and then I got hurt. It wasn't easy, but I think I was needed, you know. I was needed time off. And like I've been talking to my coach, I'm more motivated. I have more motivation now to do my first title defense than I was for the title shot. And I'm training even harder. I'm stronger, and man, it's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah. Do you have a specific amount of time that you say this is camp? This is the time that I'm gonna completely devote myself to it, or is that a constant thing for you?
Man, that's my life. I wake up, drop the kids at school. What are you gonna do later, man? Besides training, it's always something around training, you know. I like to train jiu-jitsu with gi, you know, and it's always, man, always working out, you know. It's my lifestyle. It's what I love to do, you know. The difference when you're on fight camp, you have to do that schedule, you know. You have to go like to certain place, you know, at that certain times, but. Besides, even, I mean, usually I fight Saturday, Wednesday I'm at the gym, you know, doing something fun, you know, that I like, with no pressure, but just because I like, you know.
Yeah, exactly. All right, sir. Well, I think that's got us. I'm Jay Reddick for OrlandoSentinel.com/MMA. Find out everything you need to know about the Amway Center fight there. It's December 19th for the UFC Lightweight Championship. Rafael dos Anjos against Donald Cowboy Cerrone.
Orlando, Sentinel newspaper. Check it out, yeah. Do us the favor. Promise that you will love it later. I promise. We got Central Florida